Got this 3-piece cross member. That's the center section. These are the 2 ends. They broke out, so we're just gonna make up some new ones for our customer. Got some I-beam over here instead of the dual C channel. Got this I-beam right here I've had tucked away. That's the exact same size. So we're gonna use that. And then we'll make some end flanges and caps out of some 1/4-inch plate. We're just waiting for the overall that it needs to be, because these are a little busted up and bent. It's hard to pull a correct measurement off of it, so let's do it. Got our first square cut. Just got to hit that center. Still, I didn't do a line on it. We'll cut our length, 29 inches. This end was a little bent up and shit, so we got past all that and just cut it out. All right. Cutting the other side now. Our victory torch. Alright, so we got our newer beam up here. Let's hit it with a wire wheel quick. Gotta grind this little nick out of it. But we're gonna take, make sure they're not hot. We're gonna take the 6-inch, 28, and we're just gonna stitch weld around it just to give it a little bit more beef. So these bottom ones that broke out. You know, these tops are starting to get a little oblong, so yeah. We'll weld this one up, flip it over, and then got another one right there we just finished grinding. We'll throw on the other side. First side, just got it stitch welded in, flip it over, throw the other one on. Got it all welded up, gonna get it down the machine shop. We got our holes laid out, got them programmed in the machine. Now we're just center drilling. And we'll go back with the rig. We got our pilot holes drilled. Now we're just putting in these 11/16 holes for the bolts. Alright, we got our side holes, or top and bottom holes all done. Got it clamped inside, and we're just doing the center holes for bracket or whatever goes here. Just 5 holes, 11/16 as well. There we go. Put a pilot in there and then we'll drill them up. Alright, so I just got these ends, they were all broke off. I just tacked them together quick. Both of them, I tacked this one on, and this one was really fucked up, so I just tacked it on the inside a couple times just to get the right width and double check everything and make sure our drop is the same, because this new cross member we made is a little bit thicker on the height. So you know, we don't want to exactly copy this. We're gonna have to compensate for that height a little bit, probably take about a 1/4 inch difference. So that's what we're gonna start measuring now, make sure that all lines up. But that's the new center piece. It's about all done. I just gotta hit it with a flap disc, a couple spots. And yeah, got our bottom holes, top holes all in line. And this was just the center mark I did for my 0, so I could pick up everything again when I needed to flip it and whatnot. And then, yeah, it's just the center holes there. So we'll get this squared away and then fabricate these new top 2 plates. So we have everything sitting level. And like I said, that's welded onto there. It's in position of where it would be. And this is sitting level. So to find the distance of the hole, center line off the top, so our height's right, we're gonna take our level there, and then we'll take this here, and I'm just referencing right now. I'm not actually doing it because I don't have 3 hands, but we'll figure out what our distance is from the bottom of the level plane to the center of the hole, which roughly, you know, it looks about like 1.5 inches, something like that. And then we will subtract the 5/16 from this plate, and that'll let us know our true height that we need to be at. So let's get that set up. Cutting our sidebars. It's gonna be the drop downs for the holes. HD 330. Be like that. All right. So we got our top plates cut out. I just rough marked the holes. I already have the dimensions up from when I drilled them in the top piece of the cross member, the centerpiece, and then got our sides here. We're gonna get those up, take a measurement, see what our distance is on those, get those drilled, get these drilled. We'll bolt these on or clamp them on to the centerpiece, measure where our center is gonna be. That's why I left these a little bit long compared to the others. Get these sitting at the right width, because this was about 1/8 inch short on each side. So it was kind of pulling it over time. I think that's why it snapped, because the measurement the customer gave me is different from the overall of these. So that's my theory. So we're gonna make them right onto the customer's dimension that I was given, 33 3/8. These sit about 33 1/8, so 1/8 inch on each side. It's when they bolt it, it's pulling it apart, making these crack. The other one's 5 times worse. So we'll get that set up. Now we're just drilling the holes, going to set up in the mill, got our positions. And these drilled. All right, so we have this all laid out right where it's going to be when it gets bolted into the truck. Overall is 33 3/8. So I left this big to start with just because I wasn't positive where we were going to fall. And then I put these slots in here just to help me line everything up square. So that way, when we cut it off, I can line these up and I'll know I'm on center, you know, aligned throughout the whole piece. So got to take about 11/16 off each end, and then we'll weld those on, and then we'll be right where we need to be. What we're working with. Got these all tacked up. Got a hand from my lovely wife, Kayla.
No.
Say hello.
No.
All right. No, hello. And then, yeah, so I'm just gonna flip them over, weld the insides, and throw a couple little gussets in there, and it'll be all set. We're gonna buzz that down with a flap real quick, but that's the first one. For all the naysayers. We're welding it up with our Miller CP200 with S52A wire feeder on top. It's using some 035 Lincoln wire. $75.25, of course. Got it welded up. I just cut some quick gussets just to be safe. Threw them in there. Just got to grind this down flush. That's one. About to throw the other one up and they'll be all set. And then some pretty welds. And there you are. It's all set. Mounting holes. Did some gussets underneath. Top and bottom plate doubled up. Got some more gussets over here. Back weld, excuse me, welded in flush. Customer should be happy with that.